I'm so excited it's that time of the year again where we open up every LEGO minifigure series and every blind box that LEGO has put out. There's a total of 51 LEGO minifigure series, not counting the F1 series, but don't worry, we will be opening up the F1 series and 14 other weird LEGO blind bags and blind boxes that don't fit the minifigures theme. So yeah, this is everything released from LEGO Minifigures Series 1 in May 2010 to the LEGO Shrek series, which hasn't even come out by the time I'm uploading this video. LEGO sent it to me to review early. Yeah, this is the first LEGO Minifigure Series ever, and it released in May 2010 for $2 a pack, which is insane. Imagine if minifigures still cost that today. Regardless, our first minifigure is the Magician. I remember getting these at Toys R Us with my brother back in that summer, and the design for Series 1 and Series 2 is especially simple, and that's totally okay. Again, they were $2 a minifigure, and this was 2010. Same year where stuff like LEGO Toy Story started. He also comes with this hat right here. I will say, pretty cool that this pole piece has white printing on the top and the bottom. Like, that's something I don't even see nowadays from LEGO. All right, in our second pack, which it's interesting because Series 1 and 2 actually had a barcode you could scan, which would say which minifigure's inside, which is something they abandoned for many series until they switched back to boxes. This was released in fall 2010, and from my understanding, this was also $2 a pack. And we got the Karate Master. The Karate Master introduced a statuette piece to the world, which is a piece that's used to this day in so many ways. I also remember that this was the cheapest way to get the Widow's Peak hair, and I think the first way to get it in black, which it was introduced in 2009, a year before, with Count Dooku's Solar Sailor, but in a gray coloring. But yeah, this is a pretty simple minifigure, but you gotta keep in mind, in like 2010, we didn't really get casual minifigures doing things like karate and stuff like that. You know, they would have to be in an action theme, because LEGO City was, if we did get a casual minifigure, it would just kind of be like a civilian. Then we would get occupations like, you know, firefighter, police. It was a lot simpler back then. So I was always very grateful for these minifigure series back then, introducing all these different types of minifigures. January 2011 introduced a price increase with Series 3, which got rid of the barcodes you could scan at the back and raised the price from $2 to $3. All right, let's see what's inside. And we got, come on, whatever it is, they're stuck inside there still. Oh, it's the Mummy. And you can see with Series 3, there was a little bit of a step up in quality, where we got arm printing at the side and leg printing, which none of the minifigures of Series 1 and 2 had side, leg, or arm printing, except for the Series 2 Mime. And yeah, I really like the design of that mummy wrap going on there. I like the green skin underneath, and then you have the scorpion as an accessory. Note that the Mummy is the only minifigure of Series 3 with side arm and side leg printing, but Series 4 from spring 2011, and inside we got, I think this is a sailor. This is a minifigure that I haven't gotten much of. I think I only have one other copy of this. I mean, I have every collectible minifigure, including Mr. Gold. But yeah, this is one that not even, like, I probably got from an every minifigure opening a couple years ago for the first time. But yeah, I like the little winky face right there. I like this sailor hat going on, which we don't see too often, and that has some nice printing on it. And a very simple torso. Got some back torso printing though, and no print on the legs. And then this telescope as an accessory, which I think is uncommon in this color. All right, Series 5 from fall 2011. Oh no, it spoiled what's inside there. Gosh dang it. Sometimes they'll leave writing on here when I buy these online. It's like, I don't want to know what's inside there. Well, there she is. I shouldn't be surprised because this is one of the most common of Series 5, and usually when I buy these online or buy these from secondhand LEGO stores, you get the most common if you get a random one because people feel these out. But I always liked the printing on the torso and legs. My whole thing with her is she was just super similar to the design of the pop star from Series 2, which you can see she even uses the same hair color. Like, you could have changed up the hair color at least. It is cool to get this pink boom box going on right here. Then there was Series 6 in January 2012, which I always like the white packaging going on here, but it would be repeated very soon in a pack that we'll get to. Inside, it seems like we got, come on, somebody's stuck. Oh, I saw a wheel, so I think this is, yep, Skater Girl. Dang, I was in 8th grade when this minifigure came out. And I remember I was obsessed with MLP back then. So I was like, oh, this is humanoid Twilight Sparkle, I guess because of the hair. I don't know. I love getting that hair piece with that printing of that coloring with the stripe. That is something you don't see too often, like getting prints on this hair piece. Not that it's unheard of. You know, we got April O'Neil, but yeah, super cool piece. Still usable to this day. Love the striped arms going on there, printed. The jacket, she is pretty gothy. And then we have this really nice printed skateboard going on here, which I like how they have the Lego skull on there. Whenever we get this piece and then it's like a sticker on the skateboard, I'm always like, thinking of this minifigure. I'm like, you could just print it. Series 7 from spring 2012. I remember this one was a little bit hard to find at first because I want it for Easter, and I think we like could not find it for Easter. But I got the hippie. I do have to say, this guy was like the coolest figure ever when it was released. Yeah, my version that I just got seems to have a mistake where you could see there's some molding issue with the headband right there. I can't like scrape that off or anything either. Very weird, but yeah, this was still a really cool minifigure. I think this was one I first acquired like from a classmate. I had to trade some minifigures, but yeah, I like those side arm printing. His face is very John Lennon-esque, and this was a new hairpiece. They've used this very few times since. It was actually used in LEGO Batman Series 2. And then you got really nice torso printing. You got this flower piece right here, which with the handle right there, I think it was introduced in this series and was also used with the bride. But yeah, don't expect back torso printing with this era of minifigures. But you know, there are some that have back torso printing like the Sailor did. So here's our first special series. You see, in the summer of 2012, in the UK and maybe some other countries around there, they released a Team GB series of 9 minifigures. This was for the London 2012 Olympics. It's become pretty sought after, and there's some very expensive minifigures in this series, so we'll see who we get. But yeah, it was a regional exclusive LEGO minifigure series, and it would not be the last. You'll see in a bit. That did not cut. What the next one is for exclusives. And oh, we got the Agile Archer, who I believe is pretty rare. And each of these minifigures have the first deviation of the minifigure display stand, where you can see we have a special Team GB one with printing and all, which is really neat. And then you also get this little medal with each of these minifigures, which can go around the neck, but I wanted to show the really nice printing we have going on with this minifigure. I love how they have the Team GB logos on there. You also got some nice leg printing that's exclusive, and a face print that I believe is still exclusive to this day. This hairpiece in this color, which is a Superman hairpiece, was for the very long time exclusive to this minifigure, but then they brought it with Prince Philip from LEGO Disney as a mini doll. So it's nice that it's not locked to this minifigure, and so it might not be as rare as I remember. Like, I think part of the reason it was so rare was because of that hairpiece, but now since that's been reprinted, it's not one of the more sought after ones. I do really like, you know, this being an archer. Like, that's a pretty awesome little, I guess, trope to capture as a minifigure. I guess I'll put the special figs up front. But next pack is LEGO Minifigures Series 8, which came out in fall 2012. And we got the Fairy Girl. This is a really fun minifigure. Well, okay, I don't like the skirt piece. I always hate that skirt piece. It's incredibly annoying to put on, and I probably put it on wrong, let's be real. Gotta like fold it in the right place. But other than that, I love the color scheme we have going on there, which you can see she even has some printing on the legs, which that looks cool for, like, you know, just a bikini bottom, minifigures on the beach. And also I really like the printing on the face with the little flower. This introduced these fairy wing pieces to the world, which have been used in many ways since. It's really funny because we actually just got a fairy in a CMS series with the Shrek Fairy Godmother. All right, so Series 9 from January 2013. I remember they prided this series as having no repeats, no gender swaps, nothing from the original series. So I found that always pretty interesting. Let's see what's inside, though. We have... oh, I think this is the pirate? What am I saying? There's no pirate in Series 9? Oh, I'm so stupid. Series 8 had a pirate. No, this is the Judge, which is such a cool minifigure. Like, I love the powdered wig going on right here. That is just an awesome piece that I don't think has ever been used since. It is a rubber, which I would prefer if it's hard plastic, but other than that, I love it. The gavel, which is very rare, but wasn't this used in like the Lockwood Manor Jurassic World, was it Fallen Kingdom set from 2018? That is an awesome mold as well that they never use. But yeah, you also get this really elaborate like cloth piece. It's one of the harder materials, but you could see some nice torso printing as well. This is a very underrated minifigure. Series 10 from May 2013. This is a very iconic series because basically they had like, 5,000 copies of a minifigure called Mr. Gold. And this guy goes for so much money now. You can see him at the back right here. Let's see if I got Mr. Gold. Nope. It is, of course, the mechanic because that's the most common minifigure. But I do have a copy of Mr. Gold. And we opened that up on camera back in 2013, which was 13 years ago. Isn't that insane? Time flies. But you could hear my high school self just geeking out and shaking and crying at the fact that I got Mr. Gold.
Oh my gosh, I got the certificate out. I want to block out the code, but I can't believe it. It's Mr. Gold.
And I still have him to this day. But yeah, I believe this guy's the least desired of the whole Series 14. He's a very common minifigure. Not to say he's a bad minifigure. I especially like the printing for the tattoo at the arm right there. The face print looks cool as heck, and torso and legs as well. But yeah, nice back torso printing too. That's it for the mechanic though. I'm back from a little break, you couldn't tell though, and this is Series 11 from fall 2013. I love this series, and it's one of the few times we got like this really nice green as the packaging. We always get lime green when we get green. Looks like we got the Mountaineer. Kind of like the last minifigure, this is one of those characters that's the cheapest of the series, so getting a random pack, this is no surprise. I do like this design though. The stark red design looks really nice, and I like the piece that they introduced with this guy, which we haven't gotten too many other times before. I wonder if that's an accessory hole piece that could fit into accessories. Okay, it does, but it's not fit for it. And the January 2014 series was the LEGO Movie 1 series, because the movie came out in February 2014. Oh my gosh, that was more than 10 years ago at this point. Time flies. Inside, it seems like we got the panda person. And this is the animal costumes before we would get so many of them, and a rare occasion where we had basically like a full fursuit. The design here has a mask that is like actually fully enclosed. They don't have like a mouth open or anything like that. Like if this was released nowadays, you would have an open mouth design. But yeah, it looks like, you know, a mascot costume at like a theme park. I'm getting Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 vibes, I think, where they had panda outfits, if I'm not mistaken. And you also get this panda doll right here, which is the existing teddy bear design, which I think was introduced in Series 11 with the elf, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, pretty cool figure, and underneath you could see there's a face print where they are sweating. And then the May 2014 series was The Simpsons, which came after The Simpsons House, which was released in, January 2014. This was controversial because, first off, people didn't like the molded heads, but second off, there was another price increase. The LEGO Movie series was $3, and this was $4, and it never went back down. Some people were like, oh, it's just $4 because of these special molded heads, but would quickly see that Series 12 later that year was also $4. Seems like we got Lisa Simpson. I personally love the sculpt of the Simpsons figures, but a lot of people don't like this, in which we just got regular LEGO minifigure heads, which we got with the Simpsons TV special from around the same time. I think that also aired in May 2014. And her accessory had the saxophone that was introduced with the Blues Brother of Series 11, and then also we have another one of those annoying skirt pieces. This series also introduced dual molded arms, which this minifigure doesn't have, and also dual molded short legs, which this minifigure does have. And in September 2014, we had Series 12, which you could see they advertise an online game code. This was for a now defunct game called LEGO Minifigures Online. It was not so great. A lot of people were hoping for it to be a follow-up of LEGO Universe, but it was not that. And I forget which character this is called. It's the Hun Warrior, and the design here introduced this new helmet piece that's super cool. Like, I love the coloring and the sculpt of what's going on there. You can see there's like some bronzing at the top there with a nice shine. Also some great shaping at the back and that fur. All that's super cool, and it has a separate piece of those cattle horn pieces. And also there's this interesting cape that has like a fuzzy side and then a more textured inside. The front, you could see, has some great torso and leg printing, and there's also a pretty cool face print, and there's a shield. Like, honestly, this is an underrated warrior design from LEGO minifigures. But yeah, each of the checklists would have this code right here where you could unlock the characters in LEGO Minifigures Online. And then in January 2015, we got Series 13, which one thing nobody ever points out that I always found interesting is it's like the smallest you've seen the LEGO Minifigures logo, where on the ones before and after, you could see it's big. There was this Collected Win logo, which from what I remember, it was another Minifigures Online situation where you get codes that you could enter in that game to unlock the characters. But this time, there was a separate site where you could enter these codes and win prizes, like things inside the Minifigures Online game, but also free Lego sets. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, other than that, pretty normal series. Has some good minifigures, but not one of the most memorable. And I think this is a Snake Charmer. This guy introduced this new head wrap piece to the world, which hasn't been used too often, but it appears once in a while. Like, I think a new Professor Quirrell used that in Harry Potter in the last 5 years. And also we had this Cobra piece that was introduced, which is super cool. It is a little rubbery. I like texture going on there. You got some back printing. You can see the coils right there. Yeah, not too much else to say with this figure. But yeah, you can see this one, they don't even show like a screenshot from the game. They don't mention minifigures online at all, but they're just like, enter your code at lego.com/minifigures and win. And then in May 2015, we got a LEGO Minifigures The Simpsons Series 2, which I was freaking out when I heard this was happening. I was like, no way, because from what I heard, Series 1 didn't sell amazingly, so this was like a godsend. But let's see what we got. Oh, we got Dr. Hibbert. And Dr. Hibbert has a face that I love. Like, he's stuck smiling forever, just like the Krusty minifigure. And the design has some really nice sculpting for the hair going on there. I mean, he almost looks like a Futurama character, but the design of this 2x2 has the head scan of Homer with like the crayon in his brain. And you can see that he has some nice torso and leg printing. Like, even though this series, I believe has... Wait, does it have dual molded legs in this series? Maybe it doesn't. Let me check. Oh yeah, this is the last minifigure series without dual molded legs for regular LEGO minifigure legs. Like, yeah, like I said, in the first Simpsons series, we introduced dual molded short legs, but yeah, no dual molded regular size legs in the series. So never mind. So yeah, they were stuck printing the bottom half leg design, which would have been easily made with dual molding, but that would appear in Series 14. Series 14 came out in my senior year of high school. This was the fall 2014 series, so like a September 1st release. And it was a Monsters themed series, which was perfect for Halloween. Apparently this one didn't sell amazingly after Halloween, which, shocker. So it's kind of a risky move, but we got the Tiger Girl. And you can see this one went back to blatantly advertising minifigures online with the codes at the back. With this minifigure, I always thought she was super detailed. You could see side arm printing, side leg printing, side printing on the tail piece, which was the tail piece that was introduced with Scratchy from the first LEGO minifigure series of The Simpsons. And there was an entirely new piece for this hair-ear combo right here, which would soon be reused, I think, the following, February for the Batman 60s Batcave set. And the design of the face looks cool as well. She had a whip as an accessory. Dang, that's pretty feisty. And then there was Series 15 in January 2016. This was the last series to have the codes for LEGO Minifigures Online. And let's see, we got the wrestler. A lot of people are saying this is an unlicensed little nod to the Ultimate Warrior. The design for him actually looks super cool. Like, that's the first time we got this mullet piece, And also, like I was talking about, dual molded regular legs, which again were introduced with Series 14 to the minifigures world. I think for, in general, just the LEGO world, I think it was like summer 2020, or sorry, 15 sets with Scooby-Doo and with some of the DC sets. But yeah, the design here looks super cool. I like the color scheme and everything going on there. Uh-oh, didn't push down my torso all the way. Call me a LARPer. And you got some side arm designs and side printing on the dual molded legs. Nice back printing, more side printing. Great minifigure if you ask me. And then in May 2016, there was the LEGO Minifigures Disney series. And when this was released, oh my gosh, this sold out so quick. It was extremely popular. And I mean, it was the first time we got minifigures for so many classic Disney characters. Because back then, the Disney line was just Disney princess sets. Unless you count, you know, the Toy Story sets, which weren't branded as a Disney line set. Regardless, okay, this is going to be one I got to cut open. Let's see. We got... Okay. Captain Hook. And honestly, this is such an interesting looking minifigure. Don't know if it always works. Kind of like the recent Lord Farquaad. I was like, I almost wish we got like a molded head there because it almost looks a bit bootleggy. But yeah, the design missing the nose and the chin. But this sculpt is so freaking cool. Love how intricate that is. And you can see it's just one whole piece. It's not dual molded because the hair is painted black, as the inside is just the base red color they use here. And there's some fantastic torso printing going on there and leg printing, which are dual molded legs. And those have some really crisp printing on them, and I like the shine with the gold going on there. You got, of course, a hook. There's even some side arm printing as well. Like, the Disney minifigures were super detailed, even though a lot of them lacked interesting accessories. Like, here's the rapier in gold, which I believe we got with the Series 12 Musketeer before in that color. But yeah, super cool and detailed minifigure, and to this day, the only minifigure Captain Hook we've gotten. I forgot to say, but up to that point, this was the minifigure series with the most amount of characters, as it had 18. And to this day, Disney is the only series to get 18. All three series for Disney have gotten that number. Unless you count, you know, Muppets, but I'm talking about like the LEGO Minifigures Disney series. Then here's the second of the LEGO Minifigures branded series with Team DFB, which came out in around June 2016. This was one that was only available in Germany and then some of the countries surrounding Germany. Yeah, you got 16 people from Team DFB. Very strange series, but let's see what is inside. It is, okay, I don't know these people by name, to be honest. This is his name. I am not going to try to even pronounce that. But yeah, each minifigure had this soccer ball piece, which is the classic LEGO soccer ball piece. And then you had a special plate for each of the minifigures, which you can see the 4 stars there. And these were pretty cool minifigures. I mean, you got a variety of different flesh tone faces. You got the Adidas torso right there, or Adidas, and you can see the printing on there looks cool. And also some nice leg printing, though a lot of the minifigures had the same leg printing. And very similar torso printing, but you can see at the back, they do have their name and their number. And then the fall 2016 series was Series 16, which officially dropped the LEGO Minifigures Online connections. And what's interesting is that while this officially released September 1st, this was available as early as July, which is crazy for a fall series in the United States. I heard that was because the Disney series sold out so quick, they wanted to have another minifigure series on store shelves, but the Disney series was so popular, they're just like, okay, we'll release this early. I remember getting it at Toys R Us when I was in my first semester of college, my summer semester, in summer 2016. Looks like this might have to be a cut. Hopefully I didn't ruin any pieces inside there, because that felt a little rough. Okay, good. But we have Penguin Kid. Don't worry, he still came with this plate right here. I just can't put him on there because he has his skis on. Penguin Kid is pretty adorable. He uses these fin pieces, which were introduced earlier that year with Series 15 and the shark costume person. But this is in a new color. You have that penguin head piece, which I think is a recolor of the chicken head from Series 9, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got that face right there. But yeah, that was it for Penguin Kid. And then in January 2017, we got the LEGO Batman movie series, which had a whopping 20 minifigures to collect. Something we would see with the next 2 LEGO movie series. The design of these is crazy because it's like so many minifigures and they're super detailed. Of course, the LEGO Batman movie came out in February 2017. Looks like this might have to be one I cut. All right, there we go. And inside, of course, it's gonna cut all the way. We have I forgot the name. Zodiac. I don't remember. That's it. It's Zodiac Master. Who could forget such an iconic what am I saying? Batman villain. I'm sorry. I've been recording for a while, but I'm having so much fun. I can't stop. The design here is an obscure Batman villain, but look at the detailing. I mean, you got these nice little gold Zodiac signs all around him. Look at that. Even the side arm and legs on this side as well. You got the crab piece in silver, which I can't really name other times it's like that. Well, okay, it's like gunmetal gray, not exactly silver, but you get the point. And also the fish piece, of course. And really fun face, torso, and leg printing. I love how they had all these obscure Batman villains in these LEGO Batman movie sets. Also, I like that this series had a teaser for the next series at the back of the checklist. And then for LEGO Minifigures Series 17, I remember opening these for like at the end of my freshman year of college. All these videos are on the channel if you want to see them. The memories. But this was interesting because for some reason they blacked out a minifigure and was keeping one of the minifigures a surprise, which was the one you saw on that LEGO Batman movie checklist as a teaser. And it is the most boring minifigure. If I don't pull them, I will put a picture of them. Let's see. Okay, no, it is Other Fitness Girl. But yeah, we got both Fitness Girls this opening over here. Fit Girl, right? The design of these, maybe it's the same person. This is just like them later in their life. I do really like the design of this one's H2O. And they introduced this hairpiece to the world, which is a really cool hairpiece we don't see too often. And nice side arm printing on dual molded arms. Nice side leg printing on dual molded legs. Those zebra leggings. Fun face print. And back torso printing. But yeah, this was this minifigure called the Highwayman. And I mean, you know, if you're a historical person, oh, that looks pretty cool. But I don't know. I always found them incredibly boring. Their accessories and their pieces and everything just aren't anything too interesting. And then in September 2017, they had the LEGO Ninjago movie series because the LEGO Ninjago movie actually came out that same September. This was also 20 minifigures, and everybody was always like, hey, give us a LEGO Ninjago minifigure series, and then I point to this, and they're like, it's not the same. I'm sorry, Ninjago people, but I love this series. I mean, I gotta rewatch. Honestly, it would be really fun to rewatch the LEGO Ninjago movie. I want to see if it holds up, but this is N-Pop Singer, and I love the color scheme on her, and just the fit is great here. Oh my gosh. You have a reference to Unikitty on the torso. I mean, everybody would always be like, this is the trans minifigure. I mean, look at the doll. Come on, those colors. But I love the doll design. We got little eyelashes right there. This is the hairpiece they introduced with Harley Quinn from the LEGO Batman movie. Super cool sculpt, but super detailed. Look at that printing on that tutu going on around there. This is one of my favorites of the series, but I think my absolute favorite is Shark Army General number 1. What is it? Olivia? And then the following January, they kind of surprised us and gave us a second LEGO Batman movie minifigure series, still with 20 characters. That was pretty awesome because this is just like 20 DC characters. Again, super detailed, but it's crazy that they did that a year after the movie released. But even the second wave was pretty good. You got like the party set and some other good stuff. It seems like we got General Zod. And the design looks pretty awesome. You do have a dual-sided face going on here. Some nice printing on the back of the torso. And yeah, it wasn't our first General Zod as we got the Michael Shannon one in the Man of Steel sets, but this was a totally different design. And I like the torso print right there. This is almost like a bathrobe. You got some nice side arm printing as well. And the accessory 2x2 tile that says "Kneel before Zod" in polls. That's hilarious. Candidate Neil wins on platform will not enslave humanity. So yeah, they're saying the other person is actually named Neil. They're not referencing, well, they are referencing, but they're not saying Kneel before Zod like the quote from the Superman movies. But what's interesting is that in this specific series, each of the minifigure plates had a Batman logo on it. And then in May 2018, we got Series 18. If you notice, the year, last 2 digits of the year aligned with the series number since Series 16, which went on for a couple of years. But Series 18 is special because it was the 40-year anniversary series, and it was a party celebration. Most of the people in the series are in costume. It also had 17 minifigures, one of which was a classic policeman, which was what they would say is the first minifigure. That one was 1 per box, which was one of the few times they had a minifigure that was 1 per box. The other being the next series after this. And it seems like we got Cactus Person. I forgot about this minifigure. This is a lot of fun. I mean, first off, very strange piece with the pickle costume mold. Almost like the ghost piece from back in the day, which you can see how that just goes over the minifigure. And this torso print is actually different on both sides. That just makes for a good sweater design. And she has a dual-sided face for an exclusive face print that looks really cool. I like this expression right here. And then as you see, there's this really fun arm attachment, which I haven't seen used since. This is really cool. It's such a different minifigure arm. I love that. And then with this series, every character had a orange minifigure plate, which is really cool. And then the first LEGO Harry Potter series was the fall 2018 series, and it was the end of an era because it was the last minifigure series to be shaped like this for the packaging. As you can see, the next series is different packaging in general. It's like a longer packaging, and also inside they would have some different like bags where they would actually have the pieces inside a bag itself. But yeah, so this was interesting because this is the most minifigures in the minifigure series to date at 22. And that's because it wasn't just LEGO Harry Potter, but it was also Fantastic Beasts, because I think this was around the same time that the second Fantastic Beasts movie came out. I forgot the name of that one. So yeah, there was 6 minifigures for Fantastic Beasts. And one of those was a minifigure that only appeared 1 per box. So it was a little bit sought after. Regardless, we got Ron Weasley. Also, this was a huge series because this introduced mid-legs to the world. But yeah, these were introduced with the reintroduction of the LEGO Harry Potter theme in general. So there was like a bunch of building sets that summer, and those sets only covered, was it the first 2 movies, I think? Kind of. I mean, there was the Hogwarts Express kind of covered the 3rd movie. But it was cool to see minifigures from the 3rd movie here, which is how you got those mid-legs going on there, since the characters were a little bit older. And yeah, Ron Weasley has the kind of recently introduced at the time Han Solo hair in orange, which was really neat to get. And the design of the face looks cool, and torso and everything. And then you had Scabbers as an accessory, and most of the characters in this series had a wand as an accessory added on. So I just want to point out, this is all the minifigures we've opened so far, which you can see so many different characters, so many different colors, so many different plates, even accessory. It's crazy. Like, this was from 2010 to 2018. So this was 8 years of LEGO minifigures. And also just look at all of these, like just seeing this stack of that original sizing and everything going on here and all the colors and everything. I love the design of these first run of LEGO minifigure packagings. Nothing ever beat these, even like the new box designs and the longer bags. But I will say, at least with the new box designs, you could scan and see who's inside. That was like a downside of these. These we had to feel up like crazy to see who's inside. But just all of those colors right there. Look at that stack. Oh my gosh. All right, let's continue. Yeah, I don't know. I always preferred the smaller packaging designs than these longer ones. The LEGO Movie 2 series, and I made a mistake earlier because I was implying that this series didn't have 20 to collect, but it did have 20 to collect. My bad. For some reason, I thought I had 16, but yeah. Okay, so this is, I think, a little easier to open. Oh, I say that, and then look at what happens. That's a bad rip. Okay, we're just gonna have to cut it. There you go. And oh, it's President Business on vacation. That was low-key a political joke. You get it? President Business has gone golfing. The design here is actually a really fun minifigure. Like, I love the torso and legs they have going on there. And I don't know much other times where they use this golf club piece. That's a really nice sculpt that was introduced with this figure. And it fell. And you do have a new face print for President Business, which is always fun to get. And I like the blocky hair he had since the first LEGO movie series. You can see going on there. That's such a fun piece. The sculpting there. I love that. I didn't even notice he had an alternate face. That's great. And then the May 2019 series, 3 years after the original Disney series, was the follow-up. And this one, once again, had 18 minifigures to collect. And once again, I did not cut this right. All right, be careful using these box cutters. I'm a professional. Not really. And seems like we got Anna. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I think this is still the only time we've gotten Elsa and Anna in minifigure form was this one series. Either way, really awesome minifigure. I love this hair piece they have going on here, which I don't think has been used since, has it? Awesome, awesome sculpt. It is a rubbery design instead of a hard plastic, which I prefer hard plastic, but it's okay. You got a winky face right there, and then she has an alternate face where she's just smiling. And I love that torso print going on there. That's a really nice print, and the dress print is cool as well. Some back torso printing too. And her accessory is just this lantern, which isn't anything too interesting. I mean, I guess around this time it was a fairly new piece. It might have been introduced with last year's Harry Potter sets, like that summer 2018 Harry Potter sets I was talking about. But yeah, that's it for Anna. And then Series 19 came out in fall 2019. This one's nostalgic. Oh my gosh, I am not ripping this open right. If you remember the stories I had with this series about GameStop, and it's a long story, but I got these during a hurricane, I remember, and they were first available at GameStop of all places. This is the firefighter woman. Yeah, I mean, it's such a common occupation in LEGO. It's kind of surprising this was the first time they gave us a firefighter in any of the LEGO minifigure series. Really nice printing on the side legs and side arms. It's way more detailed than a LEGO City firefighter. And this introduced this little Megahorn piece to the world, which we haven't seen much since, but that's a really awesome piece. Yeah, a little printing on it. And also, I think it introduced this dual molded hair hat combo. Is it dual molded, actually? Oh, wait, it might not be. Okay, maybe it still is. I'm not entirely sure, but really like the sculpt going on there. And she does have an alternate face, which you could see she's yelling right here. And then we have the LEGO DC minifigure series, which came out in January 2020, which was another big step because this retailed for $5. This is the first series to retail for $5, which a lot of people got mad about. And we haven't gone back down since, but hey, they haven't increased the price of minifigures since this price increase. This was an interesting series because I didn't even think it was real. I was like, we got 2 LEGO Batman movie series, but nope, it was real. I remember I learned about this in like the parking lot of a buffet I really love in Coral Springs, Florida, my hometown. If you're from Coral Springs and you're watching this, shouts out. And I actually think I got a bunch of these from the Coral Springs Toys R Us of all places. Rest in peace. But yeah, we got Metamorpho. But yeah, this series introduced these to the world, which are action pose pieces. They've been used in so many sets since, and even other LEGO minifigure series. And each minifigure came with one of those and one of these 1x2 jumper tiles. But yeah, Metamorpho is a pretty cool minifigure of a character we never got before. Love the coloring on him and also some side arm printing on both sides, very distinct. Also this gauntlet piece, but it's supposed to be just like an enlarged fist going on there. 2 different colors for the legs, which both have some cool printing to them. Yeah, it's just a super cool minifigure. And then there was Series 20, and there was no Mrs. Gold in here. Ryan, M&R Productions, and I, we placed a bet that there would be Mr. Gold in here. I said there wouldn't be. He said there would be, and we did a little video on it, and guess who won that bet? And because of that, I have Snoke's throne room. That was really fun. And then the minifigure in here is Drone Kid, I believe. But yeah, it wasn't only 20 series, but it was also 10 years of LEGO minifigure series. Drone Guy, he's actually not a kid, has this interesting drone base piece that I haven't seen used since. Usually they just brick build the drone in bigger ways, but you can see that it has those little accessory holes that you could put these propellers in. And that's attached to an Overwatch gun piece. Yeah, you got one of those, which they just put upside down. And then you just kind of attach that to it, but you can make it look like, you know, it's flying off, so it's detached. Then you also get this accessory of a little control pad right here, which is cute. And the design of the figure is just like a regular guy, but I do know some people who have been saying this is Timmy from Time Twisters or Time Cruisers. Okay, I could see it. You know, that might be possible. But this was kind of starting an era where they would just have an interesting accessory with a figure and then give us a bland figure. The only celebratory figure of this whole series was this guy right here, which wasn't super special. I mean, it was Green Brick Guy. We got some different brick costume people in Series 18. We actually got 2 different colors, and they were holding a sign that said 10. Like, okay, yeah, that's okay, whatever. And then in fall of 2020, September, we got LEGO Minifigures Harry Potter Series 2, which got rid of any references to Fantastic Beasts, and it was only 16 minifigures this time around. I mean, at this point, we already got a lot of LEGO Harry Potter sets for this new revival, so it was like, do we really need a second series? And what ended up happening is most of the minifigures in this series have been remade in sets because, gosh, do we get so many sets for this freaking license. But it seems like we got Prisoner Bellatrix. Though I don't think she's come in any sets since, you know, this specific Prisoner one, so maybe this was a good call. I don't know, I don't follow this series anymore. I do like the printing all over this figure, where you got some sidearm printing, front torso and front dress printing, even some on the back of the dress, which is not super common, and at the back of the torso, which looks cool, and a double-sided face, which is pretty awesome as well. And that's the same, was it Bellatrix hair sculpt that they've been using since 2010, which I always found pretty fascinating. Doesn't really appear in much other themes, but I remember Nexo Knights gave it in purple, which was really cool. And she has the accessory of this handcuffs right here, which is pretty uncommon in that color, a black wand, and then also this 1x2 print of her prison tag. It says Azkaban Prison. January 2021 was this generic series. And let's see who we got. Again, this is what I was talking about, how the new longer packaging will have bags inside the bags. But yeah, this is the Exotic Dancer, I think it's called. And I really love the color scheme going on here. Am I wrong? This was like a fairly newish color for the time. Love the sculpt on this piece too, which you can see with the purple is really nice. You got some sparkles in front on the purple. That looks so cool. And then the design of the minifigure has some really nice makeup. Also more of that cool color scheme on the torso and the legs. At the back, even an alternate face that looks really cool with just the singing design going on there. The only thing that's kind of weak is the accessory. I mean, it's really similar to the one that we got with Black Canary for the second LEGO Batman movie series. But yeah, the minifigure's so detailed. This is pretty dang cool. Oh, and a huge change with Series 21 is that they went from the normal 16 minifigure size to 12 minifigures per series, which I always wish they went back to 16. I mean, some people said, okay, they're going to become more detailed with each minifigure, but I don't know if I felt much of a change between the detailing of the series with 16 to the series with 12, like, say, back to back. I do wish that series like Looney Tunes, which could use 16 minifigures where it feels like there's missing characters, would have 16 minifigures, but nope, 12 is the standard. And then we have the Looney Tunes series, which was released in May 2021. Kind of a tie-in to Space Jam 2, but it wasn't specifically tied to Space Jam 2 in packaging and everything. But that was releasing that summer, so like, yeah, this is a good time for a LEGO Looney Tunes series. Oh, crud. I hope I didn't damage my display right there. But let's see what's inside. Oh, we got Speedy Gonzales. And they have Speedy Gonzales, which the design of looks fantastic. I love that head sculpt with the hat. Again, I'm just a sucker for molded heads. So that looks really cool. And simplistic torso design, but I mean, yeah, this is perfect for like the classic Speedy Gonzales design. dual molded legs, which looks super cool. And this is not the style of dual molding from the Simpsons series, but like the one where you have a top half and a bottom half. You can see some printing on the feet there. And this tail piece, which they don't use too often. Oh, crud, I just noticed I put that on upside down. There you go. And lots of cheese. And these are 1x1 triangular, what is it called? Cheese slope pieces. What? How did I blank out on that? They're literally called cheese slopes. And what I think is going on here is these two are supposed to be included with the figure, but then they just included an extra. And then they included an extra for the extra. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm down for 4 cheese pieces. And this has since been used for various themes, but it was introduced as a print in this specific minifigure. And then the September 2021 series was Marvel Studios, which this was a big deal because so many of us wanted a Marvel minifigure series, and this was the answer. I mean, you know, DC at this point got 3 of them. And the whole thing, once again, terrible opening, is that this is based off of the Disney Plus shows, which didn't get any Lego sets beyond, I guess, I think it was like 2 for What If. Weird that out of all shows, What If got the play sets, where I was always like, oh, they're going to do an 18 plus WandaVision like set or something like that, and they never did that. Oh, okay, that exploded, but we got Sylvie. Sylvie from the Loki show is a pretty cool figure. I like the printing on the torso, which also has some arm printing on both sides. Pretty cute face, which you can see there's an alternate facial expression. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. With a more happy look right there. And the design has this really nice sculpt for the hair crown combo. That's all one piece. The machete piece in green. No printing on the legs, which is kind of lame. And then you got Crocodile Loki. Where the heck is Crocodile Loki? Here you go. Which is just a crocodile. Like, it's kind of lame that they didn't make a new piece molding the crown. I believe this is the same one they used for Lego City that year. Or maybe it was the year after. I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, and you got blue eyes at least, but the design of this does have this plate right here, which again, you could see they used those action pose pieces in the 1x2 jumper plate, which we saw with the DC series. We got Series 22 in January 2022. I remember I got this back in Colorado, which was a lot of fun. Oh, okay. I'm not even going to peel it that way anymore. I just got to cut these from now on. All right. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. And the wheelchair racer is actually a pretty dang cool minifigure. This design for the racing wheelchair has a very interesting base right here, which you can see uses one of those existing bike pieces, you know, the bike wheels. You just kind of put it in that part, and then over here we have some pins that you can put this type of wheel in. And, why is it not working? There's 2 of those, and oh my gosh, it's hard to put that back in on both sides. And yeah, and then you also got enough space to put the minifigure sitting down. And the minifigure himself looks pretty dang cool. I like the face print going on right there. I like this helmet piece, which I believe was used with the mountain biker of Series 19, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice sculpt. And also the torso looks really cool. Nice blue they have going on there, the sleeves and everything. And one of them has the sports logo that you see in Lego City, also on the back. And there's also an accessory of this metal right here, which is like the ones from the Team GB series. And they give you this little clear cylinder piece that you can put that at the bottom, which you can see there's a receiving stud at the bottom. And then you can put it on the plate. And that works really well as well. So super cool design. Really well thought out. I think kind of out of nowhere, the May 2022 series was the Muppets, which, yeah, there was no new Muppets properties or anything like that, but okay, I love the Muppets. I mean, I got into them around COVID, so this was kind of good timing. And we have Fozzie Bear. And yeah, Fozzie Bear looks awesome. I mean, just about perfect if you ask me. The sculpt on the head, even with some fur textures, looks great. Love how that came out, and you know, they got that Muppet mouth going on there and even printing inside the mouth. Great sculpt. The hat isn't removable or anything. Great printing where you got side leg and side arm printing. You can see the torso printing's fantastic. And once again, we have that accessory of this stand right here. This one's closer to the Black Canary one from the second LEGO Batman movie series. And he also has an accessory of a banana. Yeah, LEGO Minifigures Series 23 was a combo breaker. This released in fall 2022, so yeah, that's the end of the last 2 digits of the year, corresponding with the series number, which lasted from Series 16 in 2016. So it had a pretty good run, but yeah, that was pretty dangerous. Don't do that at home. And we have Robot. The design for the robot has a pretty cool mold with this piece right here. This looks really awesome, just the sculpting. You can see there's some studs at the side going on there, and they're hold studs. So you can put like a pole connection side there. And then the actual minifigure design, I love this face print, which is like such a goofy robot face. Some great torso printing, even though it's mostly covered up by that accessory. And you got an on and off switch on one side, tape on the other side, dual molded legs. It's like a cardboard robot. And back torso printing, alternate face, and then you also have this 2x2 print of like a little control screen. And then Series 24 was released in January 2023. And inside, we have the T-Rex. This began a little dinosaur thing that they've been doing ever since, right? I think this was the first costume dinosaur, unless you count like the lizard in Series 5. My bad. But yeah, super detailed. I like the printing down to the feet down there. You have some arm printing. New tail piece. I think it was introduced with this figure, which they've used a couple times since. And you can see you even get an extra one, which is really cool. Like the printing on there. And nice mask piece. Alternate face with a little bit of a menacing look going on there. But yeah, really fun minifigure. And this is the last of the bagged LEGO minifigures. It's LEGO Minifigures Disney 100 series. Yeah, there was a bunch of sets to push the celebration of 100 years of Disney, which, yeah, that was a huge celebration, even like McDonald's toys and stuff like that. 18 minifigures. Thankfully, they kept 18 for the Disney series, which made me very happy. All right, we have Cruella de Vil. And she's a fantastic looking minifigure. We have since got her as a minifigure in the Cruella de Vil car set rather recently. Really like the design of that specific hairpiece they made for her, even with the earrings going on there. You got the 2 colors. Let me see, is that one whole piece? Oh yeah, you can see the base. Oh no, because it is like, there's a black piece, right? So it is dual molded, and it's like kind of the black right there. And then you have the white. That's interesting. And then this little fur right here is a really nice cloth design. And also the piece that's exclusive for the little Dalmatian puppy is really cute. You got a flat bottom, round top tile print. And great torso and leg printing, which are dual molded legs that look fantastic. And all the minifigures in this series have a Disney 100 special printed plate, so that's pretty cool. I always like when they do something different with the plates. So here are all the minifigures so far, and I'm taking a break right here because I'm like, okay, this is all of the bagged series. Now we're going to move on to the boxed series. And yeah, with the newer, longer style bags, it's not as fun to swash these. And now we move on to the box series. The first of which was LEGO Marvel Minifigures Series 2. Yeah, a lot of people were saying, we'll never be able to figure out which minifigures are inside, but then it came forward that, oh, you could just scan the bottom. Yeah, they went back to barcodes that you could scan to figure out what's inside, like Series 1 and 2. And gosh, these are so easy to open. And it seems like we got Beast. This is a really fun minifigure. So basically, Marvel Series 2 had more of the Disney Plus Marvel series. And for X-Men, they did X-Men 97. The design of this sculpt right here looks fantastic. I love the blue and the black that you have going on there. That's awesome. And you do have a double-sided face. So you have one side and then the other side. And some nice printing on the torso as well as the legs. And there's also a nice accessory of this cup with the X-Men logo. That's really fun. And then at the back as well. And you also had this little build for this microscope, which the design, I believe, introduced this piece to the world, which has since been used in a lot of sets, but it's kind of weird. It's like, wait, this is just like a usable piece that's not specific to this accessory. What's going on here? But yeah, it's a little stud bottom, and it has a curved little pole connection. So yeah, that's really cute. And then in January 2024, it was Series 25. Oh, we got another dino. This is the Tricera guy, which you can see it uses the same tail, but I love the printing going on here. Side arms and everything. Great sculpt for the Triceratops mask piece. That looks awesome. Yeah, it's cool that we got, where the heck is the dino? There you go, the T-Rex and the Tricera costumes. Maybe we'll get the pterodactyl costume. Which series is that? Is that series 28 or 29? And then in 2024, LEGO had this interesting push to put this little space designation on a bunch of different LEGO sets. And they made a space series for Series 26, which at first I was like, okay, that's just going to be repetitive. But this is honestly one of the best LEGO minifigure series. There's so many creative and fun characters. And this one's not one of my favorites, but I'll take it. Yeah, this is actually a really cool minifigure. I love the side arm printing and side leg printing and the color scheme with the purple, because purple's my favorite color. And you can see the blaster going on there. Also more side arm printing. The skirt piece in purple is really nice too. Cool face print. I love this exclusive mold for this helmet with like a ponytail popping out at the back. That's super neat. And the accessory is this robot pug, which is so cute. I love what's going on here. Or is this is a bulldog. Sorry, that's not a pug. My bad. But super, super cute. Oh my gosh. And this has one of my favorite minifigure plates with the starry background. And then in fall 2024, we had the LEGO Minifigures D&D series, which I didn't believe it at first, but yeah, this is a collaboration with Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro. So LEGO collaborating with a competitor, but they had a pretty big push for D&D stuff that year. Either way, we have this really awesome witch girl. I'm pretty sure the proper term is mage. I don't play D&D, so I'm sorry if there's any inaccuracies, but I really love the design for her. I mean, we have the use of that one piece that, was it Hocus Pocus from 2023? I think it was a 2023 set, but you could see the waves and the hair there, which are awesome. Love that hair hat combo. Apparently it's from a discontinued, or not discontinued, but a canceled Vidiyo minifigure. Then some really nice torso printing. And an alternate face, which you could see she has the eyes closed. I always like getting eyes closed designs. And also this book right here, which is like a spell book. And inside, there's a 1x2 tile print that's exclusive. That's pretty cool. And then you also have a cauldron right here, which has one of those plume pieces, but just kind of stuck inside there, which, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Like it's, you know, bursting out of the cauldron. Oh yeah, and the plates of this series look freaking awesome with this cobblestone design. That's so cool. Again, I like when they do detailed plates for these minifigure series. And then we had Series 27 in January 2025. And, oh, this is the Wolfpack Warrior. Is this the one that people were like scalping or something like that? Regardless, I love LEGO Wolfpack, that old castle sub-theme from the early 90s. And this is such a cool, like, modern take on that. Love the torso and leg printing. The face is super cool. You got that, well, I guess at this point it's not really a new hood piece, but it was introduced with, was it the Rise of Skywalker sets, if I'm not mistaken? And you can see there's this shield right here. Really nice cape piece with this soft fabric on the outside. More textured on the inside. Some back torso printing. And yeah, those are dual molded legs. And also this wolf right here, which is a completely new piece. And I love how this looks. Awesome, awesome sculpt. Yeah, this is an awesome minifigure in general. And it's funny because doesn't Prince Charming have the same sword accessory? It's like, okay, this has the sword accessory, but like so much more, which is why I thought it was lame with Prince Charming from the Shrek series. All right, so this next one, this is the Formula One series, but yeah, I don't know. I don't count this as a minifigure series, but it took up a minifigure series slot in May 2025, which was extremely controversial. It was a move that not even I was behind, because yeah, this doesn't include minifigures. It does have some minifigure heads and helmets. We'll open it in the minifigure series lineup, but I guess this should be with the other 14 that are like the extra series, you know, the Mario series, Unikitty, Vidiyo, etc., etc. So we'll open it up. And it's literally the same design 12 times, just like colors and logos swapped. It's whatever this team is. So this is the Williams Racing Team. Yeah, like I said, same exact design for all of these, except they just swap out the colors and swap out the printing. These are printed pieces. You got a 1x2 right there. You got this front as well. What I really like is that each of them come with that really awesome new helmet piece. You can see the printing at the top going on there. But yeah, that's a sculpt that I think looks freaking awesome. I love how many different ways we've gotten that sculpt with these F1 sets. But yeah, it's like Speed Champions that year was spammed with F1 sets as well. And that goes on an unprinted white head. This also introduced this piece to the world, which I do like that little handlebar piece, and it's since been used in different sets. Got some printed insides of those wheels going on right there. Printing at the side with this sloped piece. But then in September 2025, we got one of my favorite licensed series, which is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which was awesome because until 2025, we didn't get any official Spider-Verse sets. Earlier that year, we did get a set with Spot, which was a building set, but this is some of the most detailed Marvel figures, and it seems like we got Werewolf Spider-Man. Look how detailed he is. This is so freaking cool. All of that fur design, ripped clothes, feet printing, all these nice colors. This does use the existing werewolf headpiece, one of them, and I do kind of wish we got a new sculpt because it looks a little bit off compared to the in-universe version, but the printing and everything looks so great there. And you also get that tail piece in that color right there. You can see there's some back torso printing as well, which looks awesome. Unfortunately, no accessory for him, which it's one of the few minifigures of the series without an accessory, so it's like, yeah, I do kind of wish they threw in an accessory. I love how this series has these plates right here, which are translucent orange. That's awesome. And now we're in uncharted new territory that wasn't in the last every minifigure opening. Series 28, which was called the Animal Series, because you got people in animal costumes. Yeah, a lot of people were like, I don't think this is a good series, and yeah, it's one of my least favorites in a while. But this is Goldfish Person. And this one I do really like. I like the goldfish outfit, which has this really funny mask piece. Like I like just the open mouth design going on there and the derpy eyes. And you got some gold scales on the side. And the gold scales are also printed on the torso. You got the same arms that we got with the Penguin Kid all the way back from Series 16, but in an orange color. And the face print underneath, I believe, is an existing face print, because this one did have quite a few reused face prints from other sets, which was really lame for a minifigure series. You also got goldfish food right here, which is a nice print. And yeah, this series had these lime green plates, which again, love when we have different plates for the minifigures. And then in May 2026, we got Series 29, which was awesome because it had two tributes to classic LEGO minifigures. Well, I mean, I guess honestly, they're not tributes classic because Lloyd is relatively new and Tahu was not exactly a minifigure. And some people will be like, 2001 is not classic, but it was amazing to get a Bionicle minifigure in here. Like, what the heck? And oh, we actually got one of my favorites of the series, if not my favorite, along with Tahu. It's the Magical Girl. I love her so much. She's so cute. The design has that nice new purple. They call it like lilac or something like that, which was a shade introduced with botanicals rather recently. But then they also have some nice dark purple going on with this super cool hair hat combo. I love the hair there and everything. This is a great sculpt. And you got like a winky face right there. And then just a open mouth smile. Awesome skirt piece going on here with like a starry design. And I love these right here, the cat shoes. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is like the cutest minifigure. And then you also have a new cat piece from my understanding, which is a really nice sculpt as well. And then we have the LEGO Minifigures Shrek series, which is the latest LEGO Minifigure series to the point where this has not officially released, but LEGO sent me it early, and been pretty hard on this series. Let's see who we get. We have Gingy. Gingy looks fantastic, even though like the scale makes no sense because they're the same size as like Shrek and stuff, but I love the printing and everything here, and the new headpiece you get, which is very accurate to the character, the roundness and everything. And you get a lollipop as an accessory. Awesome, awesome minifigure. But wow, that's it. That's every LEGO Minifigure series opening. That's 51 series, 51 figures going on here. Insane. But we're not done yet. We still have to open 14 blind bags and blind boxes from LEGO throughout the years that aren't technically LEGO minifigure releases. So let's get to that. So first we have the very little known LEGO Coca-Cola blind bags, which were the first LEGO minifigure blind bags ever, ? This one's from 2001, which tied in with LEGO Studios, and there were 24 different things to collect. Inside here is a poly bag, but they would just attach this to the top of a Coke bottle. This little hole there is for that. And it was released in Japan, so it's very strange, but let's open this one up. Oh yeah, we do it from the bottom right here. And inside the LEGO Studio polybag, which is just a camera. So no minifigure this time. And yeah, right over here is a camera setup, which the design has that old gray going on there. Look at that. That is classic. But yeah, you could actually move this if you'd like, which is really cool. Got like a hinge connection going on there. And this is just like the classic camera piece. I mean, I'm getting LEGO Studios vibes, but I mean, it is a LEGO Studio set, but dang, I want to crack open like some of those other LEGO Studio sets from my childhood. And yeah, the design for this is interesting because they do not have instructions for this, and the instructions are just on the packaging. So like you got the front right there, and then you see there's a shot at the back, and that's how you know how to build it. So in Japan, Coke and LEGO collabed once again, and this time it was 2002 for the World Cup. And this one has a total of 30 to collect, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what is inside. Ooh, how do I open this? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go like this, unfortunately. Reading the really cool packaging. And like I said, this goes on the top of the bottle, the bottleneck of, you know, your Coke bottle. Oh my gosh, I am butchering the packaging here. Gosh dang it. There you go. And inside, we have, you see the LEGO sports packaging, it's 2 balls. That is indeed 2 soccer balls. And then in summer 2018, I think this was an August 1st release, we had this LEGO Unikitty series of blind bags. I feel so bad because it was series 1 and then it never came back for series 2. But yeah, this was based off the Unikitty TV show on Cartoon Network. And I think I lost my box cutter. That is not good. Oh yeah, I might need to find that. This is one you cannot tear open. It's extremely painful to do that, so just gotta cut it open. And inside, we have a Puppicorn. And yeah, this is like a vacation Puppicorn. The design here is actually pretty cool. I like the colors and everything there. This series introduced some interesting pieces that are still used to this day, like the cloud pieces, you know, the one at the base right here, that was used for like minifigure bases. And then also this piece right here for the underside of the heads of the characters, and this piece right here. And you know, there was also some Unikitty building sets, you know, not just this blind bag series, so you could say those introduced as well. So I think the cloud piece was only found in these blind bags for, you know, that year. And look, this was the first 12 to collect LEGO minifigure series. Huh. And then in 2021, they introduced the first boxed minifigure series. Okay, well, this isn't technically a LEGO minifigures release, but this was with the already forgotten LEGO Vidiyo line, which was a terrible idea where you made like music videos on your phone, but you couldn't export the videos. It was bad, but I kind of love these. They were series of, I think 12 minifigures to collect, right? Yeah, you couldn't tell what was inside, so that was a little difficult. But they had some super detailed and awesome minifigures, and it was the same $5 price as the other series. So let's take a look at what's inside. Okay, I totally cut that wrong, unfortunately. Oh, okay, never mind then. But yeah, we have this cowboy for Series 1. There was a lot of interesting part recolors in this series. Like, look at this blue cowboy hat going on here. That's super cool. Well, it's just a fedora. But you also have, like, blue facial hair on this figure. And a pretty cool outfit as well. Look at all the printing there. But yeah, these came with 3 different 2x2 printed tiles. And basically the one in the middle was a set one. This one you could see is a cowboy one. Then you would get 2 random ones out of a pool of, I'm actually not sure how many were in the pool, but it was very hard to collect all of those 2x2 tiles. But they were prints, and yeah, they're almost like album covers, which is really neat. But how it would work is that you would use the LEGO Vidiyo app to make music videos, and by scanning these, it would give you special effects in the music video maker. But yeah, they all came with this little stand build right here so that you could put the minifigure on top of there. Like I said, lots of cool minifigures in this series, and I do like the designs of those 2x2 bit prints, as I call them. So Vidiyo Series 2 was released in fall 2021, but there was a catch. In the United States, this was only available at Walmart. Yeah, Vidiyo was already kind of dying, it was just not selling. So LEGO cut their losses pretty early, and it's a shame because there's some really cool minifigures inside here. I mean, this person right here goes for like $100 because this series is so rare. But yeah, like I said, I like these Vidiyo minifigure series. And let's see. Okay. It is the Puppy Singer. This is like peak fur soda. This is such a furry series. I mean, look at this. I love the design. I love the blue that they use. The outfit's really cool too. But yeah, you get this tail piece in this color too. That's like a really rare color for that tail. I don't think it's come in that color in any other minifigure. See some back torso printing, really nice head sculpt. And I'm not sure which one is the default one for the Puppy Singer. I'm guessing this one because it just matches the colors and it's maybe somebody singing right down here. Really like this one because I'm getting Power Miners / Rock Raiders / Aquazone Crystal vibes. And the pies are cool as well. Again, really nice 2x2 prints for these bit tiles. Oh my gosh, look at everything so far. This is getting out of hand. We're not done yet. Oh my gosh. Next is the world of LEGO Mario blind bags and blind boxes. There's 4 blind bag series and 2 blind box series. We'll start with Blind Bag Series 1, which was released when the theme started in summer 2020. I believe these started for $5 a pack. Okay, inside we have a Spiny. And the Spiny design goes on this little platform right here, which has some trees on it. This Mario theme introduced these round plates. But yeah, the Spiny design's pretty cute. You know, it is in that LEGO Mario style that has since lived on through LEGO Pokemon recently, where it's like kind of blocky. It's an interesting stylized approach. Of course, I would prefer minifigures, but recently it was announced that we're getting LEGO Mario minifigure sets in 2027, so hey, I'm happy. But yeah, if you don't know how this LEGO Mario system works, basically there's this tile at the top, and this is on a lot of different enemies, and you could use these electronic LEGO Mario characters to read the tile, and they interact by getting coins and things like that. Series 2 is from January 2021. And we have... Oh, cool. It's a poison mushroom. And the design of the poison mushroom I quite like. I don't think this ever appeared in any sets besides this one, which is cool that it was exclusive here. Then again, for accessibility, I don't know how cool that is. But I love the poison mushroom because it was introduced in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, which I love that Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's probably my favorite 2D Mario platformer. And you can see this is on the purple tile, which the purple tiles, or the purple plates, were introduced with the year 2 of LEGO Mario, 2021, where they updated the minifigures, or not minifigures, but electronic figures to interact with purple, so that's poison. But if you interact with this poison mushroom, it gives the electronic figures dizziness. You gotta shake it off. And then Series 3 was released in summer 2021. So it's basically 2 series per year. And I actually can't tell. It's one of those zappy things. I forgot the name of them. Okay, so this is AMP. I remember them from Wet Dry World and the LEGO, Super Mario 64. I've been recording for hours. It's getting late, which I love Super Mario 64 to death. Really cool design going on there, and I should turn on LEGO Peach to interact with it in a bit. You can see this is actually over lava, but you got these electricities just shooting out there. But yeah, they always have these stands that you could easily remove the character. And when you have the electronic figures interact with AMP, oh my gosh, dizzy once again. Let's see, shake. Okay, so no coins this time. And the last of the blind bags for LEGO Super Mario was Series 4 from January 2022. Let's see what's inside. I'll be honest, there might be some of these I just never completed. Again, I completed all the minifigures, but this isn't really a minifigure series. And are these Galoombas? Those are fun to say. Oh, my bad, it's a Goombrat. The design here has a pretty funny design, 2x2 printed tile. Then, of course, the tag at the back. There you go. You can just farm coins on this one. And then also this little stand right here. See, with like a rock build, nothing too special. But I do like how they have a little part where you could put the, sorry, I almost said Galoomba again, Goombrat. And then Series 5 from summer 2022, which they switched to blind boxes. And with this, the stands got a little bit bigger of a plate. There were more pieces, and they bumped up the price. It went from $5 to $6, which I think is the most expensive they've ever had the base price of a blind box or blind bag to this day from LEGO. But we have, is this a Hammer Bro? Yeah, Hammer Bro. And yeah, I think this was the first time we got Hammer Bro, but not the last time. I mean, I kind of fell off of LEGO Mario around the time this series came out. I was kind of going into a dark ages, to be honest. But yeah, I really like the design of Hammer Bro for it being in the system. Again, I prefer minifigures more than anything, and I still can't believe we're getting that next year. But yeah, pretty solid design. And also this platform, you can see, is bigger because the old ones used to be a 4x4. Now we're doing a 6x6 with the blind box $6 switch. But yeah, with the Peach minifigure, I guess it's a 4 stomp one, and to get some coins. And the last one was Series 6. One change I forgot to mention too was that when they switched from blind bags, or sorry, from blind bags to blind boxes, they went from 10 to 8 to collect. But yeah, Series 6, this was from January 2023. Can this be Birdo? Because I don't think I ever got Birdo, which is a shame. Nope. Jeez, these builds are pretty dang elaborate for what they are. I mean, they are more expensive than a poly bag. But yeah, you have a beach scene with this green toad. I'm not sure if green toad appears in any of the sets after this, but I do like the sleepy green toad design. Yeah, that's cool with like the closed eyes. And you can see there's no tag on here, so how you interact with this green toad with electronic figures, there's a tag to the left right here, and there you go. But yeah, that's it for LEGO Mario. While the electronic Mario series would last until 2025, these just stopped in 2023. So yeah, rest in peace the blind bags and blind boxes. We have Nexo Knights next. So there's 3 more packs open, 2 Nexo Knights and then Technic. These were released in, I think it was 2017. So it was the second year of LEGO Nexo Knights. And this one was released worldwide. But this one, Wave 2, which was released in the later half of 2017 from what I remember, was only released in, I think, Europe and Asia, if I'm not mistaken. This was incredibly hard to get for this video. I thought I ordered like 30 of them. I must have them somewhere in my house. I searched like hours for this, couldn't find it. So I had to import this, buy it off of Bricklink, and it took like almost a month to arrive, but it's here. So this was the one thing holding back this video. But thankfully it came out a little bit after, or, you know, arrived a little bit after my Shrek opening, which the Shrek embargo also, you know, delayed this video a bit. But we'll start with Wave 1. So yeah, this is the one that was released worldwide. And if you didn't know, Nexo Knights was kind of like a successor to Chima, you could say. And there was a game, an app, and they had that you could read these little shield tiles and unlock powers inside the app. So they just released a blind bag of those shield tiles. So yeah, there's our shield tiles, and they also have like this piece right here, and this is the build. Yeah, each series had 35 of these Nexo Knight shields to collect, which had cool prints on them. They were translucent. They also appeared in sets. But yeah, you had a selection of 5 to each of these bags. It was incredibly hard to complete the 2 series. Then you had this little holder for those Nexo Knights shields, and then attachment right here so that you could attach it to other ones of these Nexo Knight shield holders. And Series 1 retailed for $4 in the United States, which honestly is pretty steep for what it is. Again, Wave 2 did not appear in the United States. But yeah, this is Nexo Powers Wave 2 from Belgium. Here's the Nexo Powers we got, and there's 2 extra right here. So yeah, you could connect these Nexo Powers holders like this. Yeah, very exciting stuff. I wonder if there's going to be like Nexo Knights nostalgia, but I mean, there wasn't Chima nostalgia for the most part. You know, Ninjago is really where it's at with these TV show tie-in action themes for nostalgia pop-ups recently. All right, y'all, we're down to the last blind bag slash box. This just released actually in the United States. It is the Mighty Machines Series 1 for LEGO Technic. These retail for $5 in the United States, and yeah, it's a LEGO Technic blind box. It ain't taking up any space like, say, the F1 series, which makes me happy. They're little simple vehicle builds, and I think they're adorable. I opened up a bunch of these already. Wondering where the heck do I open this up? Guess I'll peel from here. And seems like we got this vehicle. But yeah, this is the wheel loader, which all of these little micro machines have a feature where you could move this part right here, and then something happens. Here you could see it lift all the way up. That's pretty awesome. I was having fun with the other ones, but I did build 1 or 2 wrong in my video where I covered a bunch of these, and people were very mean in the comments. But look, I am not a LEGO Technic person. I'm a LEGO, you know, studs, bricks, minifigs, that type of stuff. So it was a cool introduction to the world of Technic. But yeah, these are super, super cute, and there's some interesting pieces I'm not familiar with, like these parts at the front or these parts right here. But yeah, I love that little feature. That's so cute. And so these come with a card which shows the speed of each of the vehicles, and they also act as like a little road, so you can put the vehicles on there. And apparently there's a game as well, which you can see in the instructions. You could scan that QR code for the game rules and everything. I haven't played the game, but that seems fun. That's it. We did it. That's 66 different LEGO blind bag slash blind box series, mystery series. Oh my gosh. Of course, every year it's just bigger, 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 and new stuff like Technic being thrown in. I can't wait to see what the future holds. I can't wait to see what licenses they get. I can't wait to see what original series minifigures they do. Oh my gosh, so many amazing minifigures covered in this video. I gotta thank LEGO for sending me a couple of these. Like, since I'm part of the LEGO Ambassador Network, they sent me stuff like the Shrek Minifigure Series. And then I kept things like the Spider-Verse series from last year and the LEGO Marvel Series 2 from a few years ago, where they would send me like a couple boxes of them, and I'm like, okay, this one I'm using for, you know, the minifigure series and everything. So shouts out to LEGO there. You know me though, I'm always honest with my opinions, even if they send me free stuff. But I'm so positive in this video because I got a pretty good batch of minifigures. So many detailed ones, so many ones that I think are a little bit more on the rare side, but maybe I'm wrong there. There were definitely a lot of common ones, don't get me wrong. There was somebody in the comments who told me to go over all of the leaflets of each series, and you could see this is a big stack. I will not be going over all of these in detail, but let's do a quick run, okay? Very quick run. Series 1, love these figures. I remember stuff like the clown minifigure and the cheerleader were just like mind blowers back in the day. Series 2, I really liked the mariachi guy. Series 3, hard to pick a favorite. This was a series that, I mean, out of the first 3 series, it was definitely my least favorite, even though it was more detailed than series 1 and 2, but there was just hard to, again, pick a favorite. I think maybe the gorilla guy. I do like that older style of animal costume. Series 4 I did love, though, when that came out. So many weird ones. Like, I love the gnome. I love the punk rocker. Series 5, I always liked the lizard guy, and the graduate was really cool. Series 6, oh, this one had so many cool, like, introducing pieces like this hair piece and where's the spiky hair with Sleepyhead. I love the butcher as well with that meat bone piece that's severely underused. We always just get chicken legs. Series 7 was amazing as well. Again, I like that marine. I like the bride a lot when that came out. Team GB series, I love, where is she? This one right here has like one of my favorite leg pieces of all time. That's just a really awesome leg print. But there's some really cool ones like the Agile Archer, which we got in this video, and the Weightlifter, and of course the Boxer, which I think those gloves in that purple or blue color are exclusive to this day. Series 8, I love the Man Bat right here, which is a recolor of the one from Monster Fighters. The Diver's super cool as well. Cowgirl's really awesome. Series 9, so many cool ones. I mean, the Judge is pretty awesome. Chicken Guy was really revolutionary for that. I loved those feathered pieces, which were used so many times since. Series 10, I mean, I'm spoiled to Mr. Gold because I have Mr. Gold. Series 11, Pretzel Girl, easy. Means a lot to the channel. Also love the Elf and also love the Gingerbread Man. The LEGO Movie series, that's a hard one. I don't know. I like Hard Hat Emmett a lot, to be honest. Yeah, we'll go Hard Hat Emmett. Simpsons series, oh my gosh. I mean, I just love the basic Homer minifigure a lot. Like, that's one of my favorite minifigures of all time, if I had to be honest. Series 12, I love the pizza delivery guy, and the wizard was super cool as well. Series 13, oh yeah, I forgot to say, I think there was also the gamer in here, right? Yeah, the gamer. It's like, it's me, I'm literally a gamer back in the day. Series 13, I always like this alien. Like, this is one of my favorite LEGO aliens, the almost Cthulhu-like head. Simpsons Series 2, I love Comic Book Guy. I wish he had like a belly that's actually like molded, but I still really like the design. And I love Bartman as well, because they gave us the actual like accurate orange torso for Bart there, which they didn't give us in like any other version of LEGO Bart. Oh, Series 14, this is one of my favorites. I don't know, I love the zombie cheerleader a lot. I love the gargoyle a lot. I love the banshee. Series 15, I love Injury Guy. And the farmer was really cool to get the pig for cheap. Also, this character right here, I love the baby piece right there, because we didn't really get LEGO babies before that. And then, was it this one that was next? Okay, yeah, we had a whole bunch that just fell. I mean, I love the super detailed Buzz minifigure, the first Disney series, but I also was like, I like the molded heads better. I love the Alice minifigure. That was our first Mr. Incredible. That was super cool back in the day. I love the Mickey Mouse minifigure because I only had the Fabuland ones growing up. Well, I wanted the Fabuland ones growing up. DFB series. I like this guy. He's the only one without the soccer ball. But he reminded me of CIA from The Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, sorry. Series 16. I love the Devil Kid right there. That's like a really fun minifigure, and they just brought that back for Nightcrawler. And yeah, probably the Devil Kid. Also, the Babysitter was awesome. But another good series. The LEGO Batman movie series. Oh, there's so many great ones here. I love Fairy Batman, the Vacation Batman, Lobster Loving Batman. Yeah, March Harriet. Oh my gosh, I love March Harriet. That's a very edgy minifigure. Series 17. I love the Fast Food Worker. Yeah, probably Fast Food Worker. Lots of great figures in there too. Ninjago movie, again, Olivia. Other than that, I also love Lloyd's mom. Also, lots of nice hair pieces in here. And Pop Girl's awesome. I'm glad I got her. Also, the Garmadon, which is interesting. There's like 3 Garmadons in this series, but I like this one the most, the pajama one. LEGO Batman Movie Series 2. I like Black Canary a lot. Also, this one is really fun. Getting the dolphin piece was super cool. I think that was like a new dolphin piece though. Also, the reference to the Killing Joker, that's pretty funny. And then Series 18. I don't know if I have one that really stands out here. I mean, the Cactus one was a good pull. Maybe the Brick People, honestly. But yeah, this isn't one of my favorite series, to be honest. Harry Potter series. I don't know. I don't really like Harry Potter much anymore. The LEGO Movie 2. I love that we got like the Wizard of Oz just thrown in here. But yeah, it's probably one of the Wizard of Oz figures. It's also very interesting that this had a Unikitty figure. So I guess you could say Unikitty is a minifigure. Disney Series 2. There's a lot of good ones in here. It was interesting that they had Edna Mode a year after they released like a polybag one that didn't have like a specialized hairpiece. Loved Frozone, because Frozone was one where we kept asking, where's Frozone with the Incredibles 2 sets? Little did we know he's in here. Love Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck. DuckTales NES is one of my favorite games. Hercules and Hades rules. Lots of great ones in this series. This series, there's another gamer up here. Oh, and I guess I gotta correct myself and say that the mountain biker didn't have that helmet, so I guess the wheelchair racer introduced that helmet to the world. I like the pizza suit person, and also updated Johnny Thunder, which I love Johnny Thunder. Then DC series, I like Batmite a lot, and that one goes for a lot of money now. So yeah, probably Batmite. Series 20. Yeah, this wasn't really a strong series to me. I don't know. Maybe Pajama Girl or... I mean, I guess I like the brick outfits, but it almost feels very lazy. I don't know. Sentai Warrior is super cool. I think I pulled that last year. Harry Potter Series 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not really a fan of this franchise anymore. What is this? Series 21. Right? This is Series 21. This is one of the series I was getting out of things here for sure. But yeah, I don't really think I have a favorite in this one, to be honest. This was definitely one of the weaker series. I mean, I guess the Space Policeman. Looney Tunes series, I mean, yeah, Speedy Gonzales is a really good one. I love the classic Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny. Shame on them for not including Pepe Le Pew. But yeah, also Taz is really good. Marvel Studios, I really liked Zombie Captain America. This series, which one? I've lost count. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, there's a lot of good accessories here, but I don't know. I think the wheelchair racer is probably the best. I also like, what is it, the Bard? Muppets. Oh, this is a hard one. Probably Miss Piggy, but I love Miss Piggy in general. This is Series 23, right? Do I even have a favorite here? The Nutcracker is really cool. I'm guessing this is Series 24. I might totally be off a number. I do like this character right here with the big dress bottom piece. That's an awesome piece. The T-Rex is cool, and also this introduced the Space Baby, which I love, but it's been appearing in so many other sets, even in that blue color, so it doesn't feel too special. Oh, Disney 100 I absolutely love. This series, oh my gosh, there's too many to pick. This is one of my favorite licensed series. They went hard on this one. I love Sorcerer Mickey. I love the Coco characters. I love Robin Hood. I really wish we got Maid Marian in here. Oh my gosh, Cruella's awesome. The Queen of Hearts is awesome. What's his name? The villain from Princess and the Frog is awesome. Tiana's awesome. Yeah, banger series right here. Marvel Series 2, I think might be better than the first series. I really liked Moon Knight as a figure. That's super cool. And there's 2 Moon Knights. The Series 25. I forgot about this character. These are like characters I really forgot about. Oh my gosh. This is a series. I was totally out of it by this point. I don't know. I had a lot of problems. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess... I don't even know if I have a favorite here. Oh, I like this guy. Like the noir detective with the red herring. Ha ha ha. Oh, this is a banger series. This one rules. Series 26. Oh, I love the like tourist alien, like Roswell-esque or whatever. The ice planet person's awesome. This person's super awesome. Oh, there's so many bangers in this series as well. Great, great series. Could have been terrible. This is an awesome series, even if I don't play D&D. I don't know. I do like the one we pulled. She's awesome. But I love Witch Girls. And Series 27, the Cat Twink series. Maybe Cat Twink is my favorite. I like Cupid a lot. That's great. But yeah, the long border, the steampunk person. Screw this series. Oh, another banger series over here, Spider-Verse. I love Spider-Punk's design. That's just awesome. I love how they have, like, you know, their masked versions and everything like that. I did a ranking on this series, so just look that up because I don't remember who I put as number 1. It's probably Yeah, I think it was Spider-Punk or Spider-Man India. I love both of those. Those are bangers. Animal series. I also ranked this one. I don't remember who I put as number 1, but I like the fish. And the monkey is really cool. Yeah. Crocodile, I think, was cool. We're skipping a series here. I already told you, my favorite is her and Tahu for series 29. But this is still a really good series. I do think this is an awesome series. And then for Shrek series, my favorite is... Pinocchio, and who was number 1? Oh yeah, Thelonious, though. I love Thelonious. That's such an awesome minifigure. But yeah, let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, and subscribe here for more minifigure openings and LEGO minifigure coverage. This is my favorite thing about LEGO is minifigures, and my favorite ongoing theme is the LEGO Minifigure Series. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.